Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Newsroom. So we ended the last video with Liverpool making it all the way to the Champions League final where they eventually lost out to Real Madrid. But the performances were far better and the whole side looked more balanced after the arrival of Van Dijk. The next summer, Klopp decided to invest 62 million on the Brazilian goalkeeper Alisson, and now he's among the best goalkeepers in the world. With his defensive areas now secured, he looked to reinforce the midfield and signed Fabinho and Naby Keita. Naby Keita has signed only on a few occasions, but Fabinho had a pivotal role to play in the last 2 years. So, let's analyze what changed in the last 2 seasons and crown them European champions and soon to be Premier League champions. Liverpool generally play out from the back and they still mostly use a back three while building up. Fabinho drops back while the fullbacks move up. This generally happens so that the fullbacks can have more freedom to move up and also gives a 3v2 advantage playing against a 4-4-2 line. This superiority gives them more time and freedom with the ball. Now, generally, the central midfielders also drop behind their usual lines to make simple passing lanes available. The wingers tuck inside while Firmino drops in midfield to create a numerical advantage or at least an equality in the middle of the park. The fullbacks also play a pivotal role in this phase by stretching the pitch and maintaining width. The idea is to keep looking for spaces and use simple passing lanes to break the opposition's line of press. Another strategy Liverpool use is the long balls to the wider areas. The fullbacks would move up and exploit the flanks, and the centre-backs would find them using accurate long balls. If the fullbacks fail to move up, then at times the winger would move wider and exploit the spaces. Van Dijk is generally the one with accurate long balls, and he always keeps looking for Salah or Alexander-Arnold on the right hand side of the pitch. Yet another strategy Liverpool uses is the switch of play using long balls from one fullback to the other. This often happens when the opposition is very narrow and committing too many players on the ball side, making it very difficult to play it short. So, the Liverpool fullbacks are brilliant crossers of the ball, switch play and immediately look to take advantage of the space available on the opposite side. While moving up to the final third of the pitch, Liverpool changed their shape to a 2-3-5 structure as we have discussed on numerous occasions before. The wingers tuck inside, dragging the opposition fullbacks, which opens up the spaces for the wider areas for Robertson and Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho generally stays closer to the two centre-backs, while Wijnaldum and Henderson have their own rules. In recent games, Firmino drops far lower than usual to link up with the midfield and also tries to pull the opposition centre-back with him, creating space for the runs of Salah and Mane. Whenever this happens, Wijnaldum generally moves a little up to exploit the spaces between the midfield and defensive line. Henderson, on the other hand, generally holds his position and supports Alexander-Arnold on the wider areas of the pitch. But in recent games, we often found the opposition closely marking the wider areas and they always wanted to keep a numerical advantage against this dangerous crosser of the ball. So, Henderson often moves wider to support him while Alexander-Arnold tucks inside to grab more space in the middle of the park. Another strategy Liverpool are using in recent games is overloading the wider areas. Salah doesn't move that much inside and Chamberlain, who plays in central midfield while Henderson starts deeper, always makes the runs in the half spaces. Salah's positioning and these runs by Chamberlain often eases up the pressure for Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool's pressing system has also changed significantly with time. Even though Klopp started his pressing system since his early days at the club, it was mostly a high pressing system without a proper order and balance, and the opposition often managed to break out. But now, they have got much better with the system and understand when to press and when to drop back. They have two kinds of pressing system, the positional press, which generally takes place during the opposition build-up phase, and aggressive press. During the positional pressing system, the wingers Mane and Salah stay in the passing diagonals between the centre-back and the full-back. Firmino presses the centre-back, positioning the ball along the line of the defensive midfielder to keep it under his cover shadow. The two central midfielders respectively cover the two opposition midfielders, and Fabinho generally stays behind the line to support the defense when required. The defensive line is high and the centre-backs have a 2v1 advantage over the opposition striker. The basic idea behind the possession and pressing system is to block the passing lanes as quickly as possible in order to make no options available, forcing them to make a mistake. Liverpool have won possession in the opposition half numerous times by following this pressing system. This has also created numerous opportunities for them, and many of them has even led to goals. Even if it does not lead to a regain in possession, it cuts out simple passing lanes and always sets an undue pressure on the opposition, which makes the build-up phase a lot more difficult. However, this press can be broken using a double pivot or with a proper ball-playing centre-back with good vision. By using a double pivot, they can allow two passing lanes for the centre-back, and Firmino cannot simultaneously leave both under his cover shadow. This often means that one of the midfielders has to step out of his line to cover him. But whenever this happens, spaces are left behind and the opposition striker or the wider player can always move deeper or move inside to exploit the space. In this pressing system, the Liverpool players press the opposition extremely high and quickly and don't allow them time with the ball. They leave their line to press and often do not care about the space left behind. This system is more focused on closing down spaces instantly rather than blocking passing lanes. This pressing system is very efficient into getting back possessions. The rapid closing down of spaces forces the opposition to make mistakes. However, the problem with this pressing system is about the energy of the players. The whole team cannot be expected to play like this throughout the whole 90 minutes. That's why Liverpool use this pressing system only on a few occasions. They have also developed some pressing triggers and start using the aggressive pressing system during this phase. These include the early stages of the first half, the early stages of the second half, a heavy touch, and a few more such occasions. Liverpool's defensive system has completely changed with the arrival of Van Dijk. He made the defense a lot more stronger, and his leadership at the back is much needed for the whole team. Liverpool's defensive shape is either a 4-4-2 or a 4-5-1. Liverpool maintain a high defensive line and also want to make sure that they do not allow spaces between the lines. The two central midfielders cover the middle of the park, while Firmino is often positioned a little deeper in order to cover the spaces between the lines and provide support to the defense if required. The wingers drop with the respective fullbacks, and Firmino often drops to cover the opposing defensive midfielder. However, at times Salah is given more freedom and often stays up for potential counter-attacks, making it a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1 line for Liverpool. Even though we have analyzed the system, we have to talk about how Klopp developed each player in their role perfectly. He set the whole team up with limited resources and a much lower transfer budget. Whether other clubs like Man City and Man United were spending millions in the transfer market, Klopp was far more reserved and only signed young players to develop them into his system. I am absolutely sure that no one would have expected any Liverpool player of the current team to be among the very best of the world. Klopp brought out the best from every player, and this is what makes him one of the best managers in the world, if not the very best. Moreover, his motivation to the players is worth pointing out. The attitude of the players has changed significantly with time, and they are far more confident now. Being undefeated in the Premier League for a year and 2 months is no easy job, but they seem to do it effortlessly. Liverpool won the Champions League last year and are going to be crowned Premier League title after 30 long years, if everything goes well. Klopp had a major role in this success, and his era at the club will never be forgotten.